Hi guys, it's markabusi here and we're back with another song reaction, and today we are going to be doing a song Stressed Out by 21 Pilots. I don't really know that well. I don't know their discography in any kind of great detail. I know that they've got one song that's really famous where they were playing in a bedroom, but I can't remember the fucking name of it off the top of my head. But we're doing a stream at the moment where people are coming in, they're requesting songs and we're going to go and react to them. That's what I'm doing. I'm also, at the moment, I'm not going to lie to you guys, very drunk. Who knows how this is going to go? But we're going to go and we're going to listen to it. And then we're going to fire it into the emo scale and see how emo is it. Even if I have heard it, which there's a good chance that I may have done. You guys don't know how emo it is based on the emo scale. Any other emo scale that you're looking at out there is empirically wrong. Mine's is the scientific one. Mine's is the one that gives you the actual data. So stick around for the end of the video and you'll get to see that. So recently I got a notification on my phone to say that my email had been breached. And I said I'd have a wee look into it, and I googled it, and it all scared the living bejesus out of me just how much information was out there about my personal life by just googling my name. I then phoned my brother, who has also had the same notification, and it turns out when I googled his name, also quite a lot of information that I found out about him. He's quite a private person. He's not on the internet like I am, so that was concerning. And the reason why that's concerning is because data brokers sell your information to scammers, spammers, anybody else out there who maybe wants to target you. Your full name, your email address, your home address, health records, your relatives, phone numbers. It's all out there somewhere, and that is why I have signed up to be using Aura, which is the sponsor of today's video, because guys, I am now sponsored by Aura. Aura is a service which automatically shows me which data brokers have been using my information and selling my information, and it automatically submits opt-out requests for me so that I don't need to go and do that in my own time. Cleaning up my information not only helps me to reduce the amount of spam that I get, like emails, phone calls, the works, it also allows protection from hackers who would then maybe try to maliciously hack into my social media accounts, my bank accounts, any other sensitive information I've got, considering the online presence that I currently do. Me losing my social media accounts to hackers would be a pretty significant deal for me. I don't know if you guys saw this recently, but AT&T, who are like an American information company, I think they're like a kind of phone internet type company, a bit like Virgin and BT over in Britain, announced that they'd had a data breach of over 73 million customers, existing and prior customers, and all of their information had been released onto the dark web. Yeah, the effects of that is scary to contemplate, to be totally honest with you. It has been recommended that those who have been affected use stronger passwords, they monitor their account activity, and they consider credit freezes or fraud alerts from credit bureaus. This is where Aura comes in. Aura does all that for you automatically. And the best thing about that is I don't need to download loads of different apps and manage all this information, which now gives me a bit of peace of mind, because if my data, I'm not signed up to AT&T, but if my data had been breached by AT&T, I wouldn't really have to worry about it anymore, because now that I've signed up to Aura, I would be notified of the breach, they would deal with the breach for me, and I've got the peace of mind that my private information remains private. As much as I am a public figure on this, I am also quite a private individual, and the good thing is Aura always on 24 hours a day, so if it happens during the night, I don't need to worry about it. It's going to happen automatically. They're doing the hard work of keeping me safe from people out there with malicious intentions. I value my privacy, I also value your privacy, and that is why if you go to aura.com/markabusi, you can start to have a worry-free online experience with a 2-week free trial, which is also linked in the description below. Thanks very much guys, I hope you stay safe out there. Yeah, I know this song. Yes. As a song. This is quite a
I
good
wish
song.
I found some better sounds no one's ever heard. I wish I had a better voice that sang some better words. I wish I found some chords in an order that is new. I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang. I was told when I get older all my fears would shrink, but now I'm insecure and I care what people think. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out.
Yeah, right, okay, so I actually, full disclosure, have heard this song before because it turns out it's a massive song. It was kind of inescapable, to be honest with you. This is the song I thought it might have been when I was like, oh, I've heard a 21 Pilots song. I just didn't know the name of it, so I didn't realise it was this song. I've never actually paid attention to the lyrics of this song before, and it turns out it's about themes that are always quite close to my heart. It's kind of similar in a way to when I was listening to Ruben, and that got me in the feels because that was all about the difficulties of being able to maintain a band whilst, or just being able to maintain a band and like having to go and get like real fucking like a real full-time job because the music that you're playing is unsustainable. And this song is all about the difficulties that you've got as an artist in writing anything that is actually original in any way. I totally feel that because I very recently made a decision that I was going to try and write an album, and at the moment I'm currently combing through stuff that I've written over the years where I could like take this or take that from it and try and go and make an album out of it. The entire time I'm like, is that good? Is it bad? Is it original? None of it's original. All of it has been a derivative of something else, and it's really difficult, I feel, to sit and write something that you can then be happy with. Anything that you write, you're like, oh, there's like this song that's kind of similar but better, or this person described what I'm trying to talk about in a much more succinct and poetic way, or oh, I've done this song but I know that it's the chord progression from this other song. It's hard to feel original these days, and it's hard to then, if you feel like you're just being a sub-rate copy of everybody else, it's hard to feel a passion for it. What I will say is, though, these guys have kind of perfected the whole pop-punk type rock song crossed with pop ballad. The lyrics are fantastic. The melody is really fucking clean. The guy's got an excellent voice. The production value on the music, fantastic. It sounds like a pop song, but they don't look like a pop song. They look like Blink-182, but they're a lot more produced than that. And I don't really know how to reckon that in my head. It's genuinely kind of better than I was, like a lot better than than I remembered it being. And I think it's because any other time I've listened to it has been background noise on the radio, whereas now that I'm paying attention to what the song's about, it's actually giving me a deeper fucking meaning.
We're stressed out. Sometimes a certain smell will take me back to when I was young. How come I'm never able to identify where it's coming from? I'd make a candle out of it if I ever found it. Try to sell it, never sell out of it. I probably only sell one. Maybe to my brother, cause we have the same nose, same clothes, homegrown, a stone's throw from a creek we used to roam. But it would remind us of when nothing really mattered. Out of student loans and treehouse homes, we all would take the ladder. My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think.
That melody's cool.
My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days was stressed out. We used to play pretend, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship and then we'd fly it far away. Used to dream of outer space, but now they're laughing at the face, saying wake up, you need to make money. Yeah. We used to play pretend, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship and then we'd fly it far away. Used to dream of outer space, but now they're laughing at the face, saying wake up, you need to make money. Yeah. Wish we could turn back time
This part's just
to
cool.
the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out.
See, this is the thing I was talking about in a previous video where I was saying about how modern rock music these days doesn't really have any kind of heart, and it doesn't have a message, and there's no real feeling behind it. But a lot of that is down to the production, because the production is very samey across the board. Everybody's kind of decided what makes good drum sounds, guitar sounds, and they kind of stick to that en masse. This song is guilty of that. At the same time, lyrically, I feel like it's actually a kind of step up above most modern bands of this ilk, because it actually has a decent message, and also it is serviced quite admirably by what is a really strong chorus. It just is. It's a really strong chorus, regardless of what you want to say about the song in general. I can understand why a lot of like classic rock fans would hate on this. If you take it from the perspective of like a modern day audience who are like kids, like 13, 14-year-old kids who are just getting into rock for the first time, this is as good an introduction as any. Like realistically speaking, right? I'm asking the guys in the chat, but I'm also asking the guys at home, what really is the difference between this for kids these days and Basket Case for kids in the 90s? Basket Case in the 90s, fairly simple fucking song, wasn't really about anything that important, but felt like it was. It wasn't stunning on a musical scale or a lyrical scale or any of that, but what it did do was be a really good gateway for then people to go, I like that song, I'll check out more songs like that. And it made people want to pick up a guitar. It made people want to go and check out more kind of punk rock music. I think this is the same, but for this generation. I'm too old for this song. This is like me reading The Catcher in the Rye now. I read The Catcher in the Rye not that long ago and spent the whole time thinking Holden Caulfield is just a little whiny bitch. And then I thought to myself, by the time I got to the end of the book, I realised if I had been like 16 and was reading Catcher in the Rye, I would have 100% gotten bored with what that guy was talking about. I was just too old to really get the teenage angst of the story. And I think it's the same with this. I'm just too old for it. Like, I appreciate it for what it is. I think it's quite a catchy little cool tune. For it to hit me properly in the feels, I think I needed to be like 20 years younger.
Used to play pretend bunny. We used to play pretend, wake up, you need the money. Used to play pretend bunny. We used to play pretend, wake up, you need the money. Used to play pretend, give each other different names. We would build a rocket ship and then we fly far away. Used to dream of outer space, but now they're laughing at the face, saying wake up, you need to make money. Yeah.
The 40-year-old who listens to like the Mars Volta and Son of D Real Estate and serious bands kinda wants to shit on this, but the other part of me has to think like, this isn't for me. It wasn't written for me. It was written for the 15-year-old version of me. And what would the 15-year-old version of me think of this song? I would absolutely go, yeah, that's banging. I want more stuff like that. And it's that kind of fucking stuff that was the gateway to me getting to where I am at the moment with the music that I listen to at the moment. So it's kind of really difficult for me to then go and shit on it. As much as my music taste has now progressed beyond that, you still need to be really conscious of the fact that there are people younger than me in the world. There's people older than me in the world. They've got their music taste from somewhere. Pretty good. Melodically, strong as fuck. Melodically, that's a really catchy tune. Like I've always thought that was a really catchy, quite good sing-along chorus. I don't like the rap aspects of it so much, but I understand why they're there. They're a good band. They're really easy to shit on. That's like the fucking, what's the word I'm looking for, guys? When I'm being all high and mighty. Elitist. That's the elitist in me. Supercilious. Anyway, the important thing is, right, is that regardless of all of that, where does it land in the emo scale? Right, you know what? See as far as emo goes, it was about here, right? I'm not gonna get into the fucking weeds of describing how, right? I'm just gonna say that's where it is in the emo scale. Guys, you either accept it or you don't. I am beyond caring. That was Stressed Out by 21 Pilots. Let me know in the comments below. Did you like that song? Did you not like that song? How do you feel that that song stacks up against the songs in your youth that got you into rock music in the first place? I've been markabusi. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.